out there. Today at work, we learned, unfortunately, of one of our co-workers' father passing away. And shortly after we learned the news, one of the young gals I work with said to me, "Oh, I saw this beautiful cardinal today." And here in Florida, you don't see cardinals very often. It's not like in the Midwest where come spring you see them all the time. But so I said to her, I said, "Murphy, do you know what it means when you see a cardinal?" And she said, "Yes, I think so. Doesn't it mean that a loved one is visiting you?" And I said, "Well, that's my interpretation. That's what I've always heard." So I thought I would share a story with you. Hopefully you will find this uplifting. And if you've been through a loss and didn't know this, maybe it will help you along the way. We lived in Florida here for well over 30 years, and I had never seen a cardinal. Cross my heart. 6 months after my mother-in-law passed away, I was sitting in our Florida room and happened to glance in the backyard and saw this gorgeous cardinal. And I was shocked because that was supposedly one of my mother-in-law's favorite birds. I think the story goes that everybody thought it was, so she went along with it. But nonetheless, we associated cardinals with my mother-in-law, who was the sweetest, most wonderful woman there was. Anyway, when I saw this, it just made me immediately think of her, and my husband stopped what he was doing, and he was looking at the bird. Anyway, to go on with the story. As I've mentioned in a previous video, my husband passed away, and it was within about probably a week after his passing. I was sitting outside, and I shared in a previous video also that we had our carport set up as an outside living area. I had a chair, he had a chair, and we had 2 other wicker chairs that if neighbors stopped by, they could sit in. Anyway, we each had our own designated chairs, and we would sit out there and, again, have our coffee, whatever, do our daily conversation. Often he would sit out there and read. Anyway, within a very short time of my husband's passing, I was sitting outside, and lo and behold, a cardinal came. And it was a male cardinal, and it sat literally in my husband's chair, just standing there. Now, we had 2 cats and a small Yorkshire Terrier at the time. The cats were outside with me, as was the dog. None of these animals paid any attention to this beautiful cardinal, and the cardinal didn't seem to be threatened by the animals, which was kind of odd. Anyway, the cardinal sat there, and then he moved over to another spot, and then went and walked on the hood of our car, came back and sat back in the chair. And this actually, I have photos of it. It actually occurred several times over the next few days. And shortly thereafter, we had jasmine growing around the front of the house. And you could see through the kitchen window some of this jasmine. I noticed there was a bird's nest. And lo and behold, cardinals were building a nest and had laid some eggs. Now, it's my understanding that cardinals mate for life. And again, I followed these little birdies. I took pictures. My friend gave me some mealyworms, and I'd go put them out on the window ledge so Mama could help feed the birds if she needed to. But I took that as a sign that my dear husband was letting me know life is good, I'm okay, and life will go on for you. There'll be a rebirth. I don't know, maybe that's trying to spiritualize something, but it made a huge difference. And to add to the story, not too long after he passed, I took a part-time job at a local gift shop a couple blocks from my home. And we had a lot of cardinal decor in the store. And one day a gentleman was in the store. He was probably in his late 40s. And I walked up to him and was just chatting, trying to kind of maybe see if I could sell him something. And he happened to be near a display of some of these Cardinal items. And he was standing there looking. And I said to him, do you know what Cardinals represent? And he goes, no, I don't think so. And I said, well, supposedly, when you see a cardinal, it's a loved one that's passed that's visiting you. And the man got this look on his face, and he goes, oh my, I can't believe that. And he said, you won't believe what just happened to me. He said, as I was walking down the sidewalk to come into the store, a cardinal came zooming at me, almost hit me in the face, and startled me. And I said, well, I don't know, but he goes, today's my birthday. He said, do you think that was my dad coming to wish me a happy birthday? And I said, I would think so. What do you think? Anyway, I don't know about you folks. I believe in it. And it's springtime. Those of you that are fortunate enough to live in an area where you see a lot of cardinals, say hi to them. When I see them down here, I know it's somebody that I love that's coming to pay me a visit. And I relish seeing a cardinal. So anyway, just thought I'd share that sweet little, hopefully inspirational piece with you. Again, go out, have a blessed day, and make life great for those around you. Thanks for listening. Love y'all. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and stay tuned.